After spending a little time in Las Vegas, we were on our way to Utah, to the Zion area.
Ooh, this is cool.
I love the mountains going through here. I always love.
First stop, Pyramid Ridge Campground.
Big, majestic mountains.
Yeah, they were intimidating. It's always hard to show that on video for some reason. You just don't get the scope of how big everything really is.
We were going up and up and up. Yay, campground.
It's really a nice and clean campground.
It really is. Brand new.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. We really appreciated that.
Yes.
Apparently it's a big local spot for mountain biking. Well, we just rolled into our campsite here in Utah, and it's starting to rain. That gives you a little idea of how the weather just changes all the time here. Now Cheryl's worried about freezing to death because there is snow everywhere around, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Well, it was supposed to be sunny today, but it's Utah. And we're up against a mountain that has snow all over it. So we are sitting here and it's beautiful and it's chilly and it feels wonderful and it's raining. So we're just going to be snuggled down tonight. Watch a movie.
Okay, here's your coffee.
Coffee time.
I slept great that night.
Yeah, we did.
Always when it's a little cooler, it's good sleeping now. I love this toast. Check this toaster rig out. Can't beat that. Now
he never had a toaster. He's very excited.
Yeah, so now I got to get everything laid out so we have what we need for this hike today. We need 2 different kinds of shoes because we're going to be walking in a lot of water, they say.
Mm-hmm. And thank goodness it was cooler. Some clouds. It was very nice. It was a beautiful day for a hike.
Yeah.
Until. Oh, shoot. It's our water shoes. This house, they started a business.
It's really close. Kanarra Falls is really close to this campground. So if you go there, this is probably the closest campground to it. And still give you a campground experience.
Mm-hmm.
And so you come into this little town, and first thing we see is this old gas station, which just caught my eye because it was like going back in time.
Oh, it so was.
Got old boat motor.
The guy had everything. The tools from that era, the pumps, the compressors, the tire changing equipment, and then a bunch of old cars. Just to give it a nice feel. It was really cool.
It was, very much. The whole town was cute.
Yeah. Everybody was extremely friendly.
They all waved to us.
Yeah, everybody waves. Okay, here's the parking lot. By the way, you have to pre-register. Go online and you got to get a permit. It's like $15 per person. You have to have that permit to get on this trail. And there is a gatekeeper making sure you have one. So.
Mm-hmm. And they only allow 200 people on the trail a day.
Yeah.
So...
just get it ahead of time online.
Yeah.
And as we get into summer, it's just going to be more and more people here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one giant heads up is you're going to walk in this little river here all the time. And it's frigid. It's beyond cold. It's like ice melt. And they recommend you get, what are they, neoprene socks. Yeah, they put those on before you put your water shoes because your feet are going to get as cold as if you were walking in snow.
I think you probably cross, I don't know, at least 15 times.
More than that, yeah.
More than that.
And you can't get around it. You have to walk through the water. So that we didn't get that memo. We didn't have the neoprene socks.
We did not.
And we're old. But my stubborn ass says, all right, yeah, we can do it. All right, no problem.
God.
So,
And it's quite a hike, by the way, too. It's not a small little hike, but so beautiful. And I'm so glad I did it. Didn't make it as far as Pat. I couldn't feel my toes anymore. So
yeah, the hike isn't,
it's
it's not the kind of hike you're going to pull up in your car and walk, a few feet and play in water.
right.
It is totally not that at all. It's a decent hike. There's quite a bit of elevation, and
Have to boulder climb a few places.
yeah. And the elevation part of it is fine. It's just hiking, and you gotta grind through it.
Right.
But when you start putting your feet
Oh, that water
in
was
the
so
water,
cool.
it starts changing your feet's ability to do anything. They don't like you no more.
No, they don't. I couldn't feel them. Oh. And most of the crossings were.
Straight to me.
Now, you see this guy coming
Yeah.
along the trail here? You
Yeah.
see he's got black neoprene socks underneath his water shoes. He's been here before.
Yeah.
Everybody I talked to that had those things had been here before. And like us, the first time they didn't have them. And it's mind-numbing how cold that water is. And you think, okay, you're going to cross the river, then a little ways later you're going to cross the river. But after a while, you're crossing them all the time. And I didn't
Right.
film every single one because it gets redundant. But you cross a lot.
A lot of waterway. And it was a little cooler that day. I'm sure if it's 90 degrees, the water's welcomed. But yeah, it was a little cooler that day.
Yeah, I'm sure in July and August, you'll just splash around in the water.
Right.
But we had clouds coming. We didn't know if it was going to rain or not. We were trying to hustle up there.
Yeah.
And
But it sure was pretty.
yeah, it was extremely pretty.
Here we go. Yeah. Oh. Little narrow trails. Sometimes you're not quite sure if you're on the right trail. You have to pay attention. Because some of the kids would run through and take off, not on a trail, which I suppose when I was younger I might have done that too, but I want to stay on the trail.
Okay, this is about
Yeah.
the end of the line for Cheryl.
Yeah.
Because at this point on, you're walking in water more than you're not walking in water. And at some point, you're strictly walking in water. Once you get into Slot Canyon, you're just walking in water.
Yeah.
And after going this far, I wasn't about to turn around right before we got to the end of the line. So I went on ahead.
Yeah. Oh, this must have been the last
Yeah.
one I crossed, and then you took off.
Yep. And of course, when you see people coming back from the waterfall, you always ask them, well, how much farther is it? And you get 30 different replies. Oh, it's about 2 miles. It's just, right around the bend. You have people.
I suppose it's relative to your speed, but
Yeah.
it was never right around the corner.
Yeah. So this canyon really starts getting cool. I mean, this is what you came here for. These are things you don't see in very many places. And here I am. I'm in the water, and I'm telling you, it was like took everything I had to endure this cold. I'm going, okay, man, please be around the next corner. Come on.
At least I get to see it
Yeah.
via your camera.
Oh, there I'm going.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Where is it? It's got to be here somewhere. And then I start to hear it's getting louder and louder. Coming around this corner. Again, run into some people who's already been there. He wants to talk about my camera. I'm going, I'm in a hurry. No chit-chat here, dude. I got to get up here before my feet go numb. Because you still got to hike all the way back. But I knew it was close here.
Right. It's getting louder. I can hear it.
Of course, everybody coming out of there said, yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it. So you hope it's true. It is beautiful. Really, the canyon is more impressive than the waterfall. But it is a unique situation. I'd totally do it again. And I will bring my neoprene socks. Please bring neoprene socks if you go on this hike.
Oh, yeah, it's just... Well, I just couldn't do it. I don't think I felt my toes for an hour.
Yeah,
at least.
Look at the shape of these rocks.
Look at that.
Okay, now here it is. This is the water. There's a ladder that I heard about that goes up the side of it. And I finally saw the ladder, so I knew I was home free. There's the ladder.
There's the ladder.
There's the waterfall.
Woo.
I was hoping for something a little bigger. But again, the canyon is really why you're there. The water just cuts these canyons over millions of years. That's quite something to see.
Boy.
So I went up here to the top, took a quick look, had a big moment of, oh my God, it's beautiful. And then I turned around and headed out. It was really fun though. Really fun.
Beautiful. Next time I'm going all the way.
Well, the next day we were off to some new things, but we thought we'd take a look at a part of Zion that is right on the way. It's not the full Zion Park, but it's a scenic drive that will give you a really good idea of what Zion looks like.
That was a cool drive.
Yeah, we didn't have time for it on this trip, but we will come back and do it another day. But meanwhile, we decided to take the scenic drive, do a little hiking around, take some pictures, and we wanted to give you an idea of what this area looks like. I mean, really, everywhere you go, there's stuff to see, and it's not always captured in the video, but when you get there, it's amazing. You just want to stop every 2 seconds and look around.
You do.
So here we are, Kolob Canyons. It's part of Zion, so you have to pay your admission fee.
Look at the face of those.
Right in. Oh, God damn. Oops. Missed that one.
Tell me sooner. Tell the driver.
Yeah. It's just around every turn. It's just incredible.
It was pretty. Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah. And you don't realize how big this is looking at these pictures. But I'm telling you, it's flipping enormous. And I pulled out a 600 millimeter lens on some shots. and you still couldn't get close enough. I mean, they're really, really big, but standing back and looking around via this valley, you just get an idea of the uniqueness of them, but not necessarily the size. So if you have time, get out and do some hiking. There's some great hikes on this trail. There's some slot canyons, and I totally recommend getting in some slot canyons.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, this is the trail. It's a little half mile. It's like a ridge line. You can see on both sides of the trail. You really get a gigantic scope of the enormity of this place, for sure.
You do. Look at that.
But this was incredible.
Yeah, it really was. I love little trails anywhere.
Yeah.
They're fun. Out in nature. It's my Disneyland.
Yeah, we were here like mid-May, and the crowds were totally manageable. You could pull over anywhere you want. You didn't have to wait to get into a pull-out.
I love that view right there. So pretty.
Isn't it? And if you look, just stand there and stare and look into the detail. You see some interesting things.
You do. That's all green back there, all trees. Oh.
So anyways, totally worthwhile for a quick stop. You can check out Zion, and then you can come back if you want, if you really need to get in there. It's great. So anyway, the journey continues. We'll have more soon.
We'll be back.